Hello my fellow explorers, my name is Stephanie Best and I make a variety of content here on my channel. Of all of the content that I've created on this channel, there's one piece of art that has become deeply ingrained in who I am as a human being. And that, my friends, is the musical phenomenon Hamilton. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, Stephanie, everybody likes Hamilton. You're not special, you're not cool, you're not wrong, but since Hamilton's release in 2015, there have been multiple significant moments in my life revolving around the musical, and quite a few of them can be found right here on my channel. The first video, some of you may remember, all the way back in 2016 of me singing in the car to the original soundtrack. That video has almost 250,000 views to date, and is the closest thing I've had to a viral video. Also, last January in 2019, my mom decided to surprise me with 2 tickets to Hamilton in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where Lin Manuel Miranda was reprising his role as Hamilton in an effort to help raise money for the arts funds in San Juan after Hurricane Maria. And we just so happened to go on January 16th, aka Lin Manuel's birthday, aka my birthday. I shit you not. We have the same birthday. It was the greatest experience, I think, possibly of my life. The entire audience sang him happy birthday, and I cried. Also, I have been fortunate enough to see Renee Elise Goldsberry and Leslie Odom Jr. both perform in their solo concerts, performing with the Kansas City Symphony. If you're interested in any of the Hamilton videos I've mentioned, or a couple others, you can find them all in a playlist that I've linked in the description. However, while I've seen the show, and I've seen 3 of the original Broadway cast members perform live, I have not seen the original show with the original Broadway cast. Until today, July 3rd, 2020. This may be the only positive thing to come out of this horrible year. Today on Disney Plus, the Hamilton Pro Shot film, or Hamil film, was released across the US to stream. This is a professionally shot live performance of the original Broadway cast on stage with a live audience. I personally am a huge supporter of pro shots and think that the Broadway community needs to jump on the bandwagon more and release all of them, because from my understanding, most Broadway productions have a pro shot that exists, but most of them are kept locked in an archive more for historical purposes rather than to release them to the public. I'm a huge supporter of these pro shots because I think they have a really great opportunity to bring a new audience into the Broadway community and to experience live theater in a completely different way. While there's no substitute for live theater, pro shots give a chance for a wider and younger audience to experience incredible shows that they wouldn't otherwise get an opportunity to have. I have been patiently waiting for this day for 5 years. Honestly, I'm a little worried this is basically going to be my carpool karaoke video because I'm just gonna want to sing all the words. I think it's going to be a mix between that and my experience actually sing Hamilton live, where in the first 3 bars, I basically just broke down sobbing. Let's go! Stop. We're getting the Disney logo with the music. When I saw this originally, I was like way up in the balcony. They were still pretty good seats, but like, this gives us close-ups.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore, and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar.
It looks so good.
Devastation reigned on man. Saw his future dripping down the drain. But a pencil to his temple connected it to his brain. And he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain.
Took a book collection just to send it to the mainland.
Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton.
They must have had to do that shot on one of the days they did close-ups because there's no way the audience didn't cheer. It's like impossible. Seeing Philippa Sue in this role is gonna change me. Because the girl that I saw was really good, but his mother went quick. But Philippa Sue was iconic. Renee! My favorite harmony.
fool and shot him.
Alexander Hamilton.
That depends, who's asking? Oh, well, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you. I'm getting nervous. Sir, I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study, but I got sort of out of sorts with the buddy of yours. I may have punched him. It's a blur. Sir, he handles the financials.
You punched the bursar?
Yes, I wanted to graduate and to join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid.
Talk less. What? Smile more. Ha. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Yo, what time is it? Showtime! Like I said. Showtime!
I'm John Roberts in the place to be, and Sue Price is in house, but I'm working on 3.
Mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette. The Lancelot of the Revolutionary Set.
I can work these mulligan up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother say, come again. I know you're Jonathan horses. Of course, your times are having to force over four sets of corsets.
If you stand for nothing, girl, what'll you fall for? Who are you? Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he know? Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my
One of the other advantages to this is that all of the words are so clear, whereas when I was watching it live, so much of the lyrics were overpowered by the orchestra, which is like just part of live theater. And it was fine for me because I know all of them, but for people who were just experiencing it the first time, that is like one con sometimes. I'm in awe. I know it's not new, but the choreography in this show is chef's kiss. I miss her crying again. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh, reach for a flask, we have to make this moment last, that's plain. It takes so much talent and honestly strength to basically go like song after song after song after song. Like my throat starts hurting after singing the first 3 songs. Oh my gosh. And that's gonna be our reaction this whole time. I think, are we getting a scene that's not in the soundtrack? I think one of the things that was the biggest noticeable difference for me when seeing the tour was, thankfully, Lin was performing to help ground the whole show, but it's hard when you've listened to the soundtrack so many times that that's what you hear in your head. But I think the biggest noticeable difference for me was the squad, not having David Diggs and Anthony Ramos, like, and that whole gang.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor.
Take for the child, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughter's Peggy. Angelica, Eliza, flew into the city just to watch other guys.
Angelica, Eliza.
And Peggy. Peggy!
Daddy texts me home, but signs down. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy says not to slow downtown. But I said you're free to go. Look around, revolution's happening in New York.
Seeing the Schuyler sisters performing is incredible.
Eliza, I'm looking for a mind in the world.
There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty.
The way this floor works.
But your perfume smells like your daddy's got money, but you slumming in the city in your fancy heels. You're searching for an urchin who can give you a deal. Furry, you disgust me. I say you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me.
I've been reading common sense, but Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I become a Jefferson, I will compel them to include women in the sequel.
Their harmonies. Peggy.
In the greatest city, in the greatest city in the world.
Oh, this fucker.
My name is the Continental Congress.
He got the rebel, scream revolution. They have not your interest at heart. Oh my god, tear this dude apart.
So I've heard rumors that this guy, he was in the original High School Musical. I think he was the, like, I play the cello dude in the Stick to the Status Quo. My dog speaks more eloquently. Is he in Jersey? The gig of the king in this show is kind of the best gig on Broadway because you come out for like 2 or 3 songs and then you're done.
You'll be back, time will tell. You remember that I served you well. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love.
Jonathan Groff is iconic.
Change the subject.
His King George is really creepy up close, which is amazing. He's like staring at one person for a solid 10 seconds.
I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love.
I'm really enjoying these transitions because I don't remember them. They're not on the soundtrack.
32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor.
Literally anytime I see Renee, I start crying. That woman can display so much emotion in just her eyes. I knew that they had censored a couple words, but the fact that they still have Say No to This in the Disney Plus version is shocking. Christopher Jackson as George Washington is so good. I might cry when we get to one last time.
And the sisters are the enemy of all. Yo, if you
Hamilton hitting on Angelica.
Hey.
Why am I crying? Literally, I see any of those 3 beautiful, glorious women and I just break into tears. I don't even know what's gonna happen to me when we get to Satisfied next.
My sister whisper, yo, this one's mine. Nervous thinking what she gonna do.
His stance, like his legs out, like what a Playboy stance. Let's not deny Hamilton was a Playboy, aka Act 2. I know I've said it and I'll probably keep saying it, but the choreography here and the way they use that rotating floor, it's... Peggy! Getting to see the close-ups of Peggy is so good. Here it comes. Mentally preparing myself, but I think I'm still gonna cry.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, I'm crying. I love it, Her voice is so pure and powerful. Let me tell you, seeing her sing this live with the Kansas City Symphony changed me as a human being.
I've never been satisfied.
My name is Angelica Schuyler.
Alexander Hamilton.
Where's the family from?
This is so much.
If the tomcat can get mad, if Alexander can get mad, there's hope for our rest after all. The newly not poor of us.
I love them. Javid, Anthony, and Oak. Incredible.
I heard you got a special someone on the side.
Oh my god.
I should go.
No, these guys should go.
I love them.
What do you mean?
She's married. She's married to a British officer.
Oh, shit. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting
Hamilton.
for?
There's a very clear reason why these two don't get along. They have such different ideologies about the way the world works. This song is Exhibit A. Such a good song.
Standing still, are you lying?
That we have resorted to eating our horses. We're gonna fly a lot of flags, half-mast. Raise a glass.
He promotes trolls and he makes second in command. I'm a general. Yeah, not the choice of what they call it when he shakes the bed at the bad alignment.
Everyone attack! What are you doing? Me? Get back on your feet!
I'm sorry if it's not your speed. I'm not anybody, so I'm afraid to take the lead. He started saying this to anybody who would listen. Wasn't thinking that we left alone with devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he could do for the revolution is turn me go back to planning tobacco and not voting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments.
You should have told me. I'm not sorry.
She's like, well, I tried. Ugh, this scene always wrecks me. Oh shit, here we go.
How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving that Xeros' flag higher? Yo, turned out we had a secret weapon, an immigrant. You know what love was unafraid to step in. He's perfectly confused and confounded with breathing change to me. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting friend. This is what the life of the culture is all we rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate the ideas.
Cut them off, I see, but for this to succeed, there's someone else we need.
No, the world will never be.
Christopher Jackson's voice is so good. Oh god, this song.
I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me.
When I was young and dreamed of glory, you had no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
History has its eyes on you.
1781.
Monsieur Hamilton,
Monsieur Lafayette,
in command where you belong.
are you saying no sweat?
Immigrants.
We get the job done.
You love your oldest man, go man, go. We'll let it go, you know? If getting rid of a few of the F words lets this show still be viewed, I will accept it. He's just like, who am I around? Who are these people? He's like terrified of them.
I've got a small query for you. You're on your own.
Awesome. Wow.
You're on your own.
I like that way better. He just gives up before they hit the final beat. Okay. I'm fine. I think another thing I love about the show is how it's simplistic the set is. Like, it's pretty much just like the different levels on the sides, and then a few pieces of furniture that they move in and out, and then everything else is choreography and lighting. Like right now it's literally just Hamilton and Burr, it's just spotlights on them. Forgot about this part.
From John Lawrence, I'll read it later.
And when our children tell our
Part that's not in the soundtrack that I lost my mind at when I first saw it.
His dream of freedom for these men dies with him.
tomorrow there'll be more of us.
I'm crying again. Pretty sure this is my favorite song because it just slaps the whole time.
Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop.
Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention.
Was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
He's still playing for a new form of government. Right, young man. Yo, who the F is this?
What do you need? You're a better lawyer than me. Okay, I know I talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in thought. You're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution. Who's your client? The new U.S. Constitution. Constitution's a mess, so it needs amendment. It's full of contradictions. So it's independence. We have to start somewhere. No way. We're making a mistake. Good night. Hey, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side. I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not out of fun, but there is no one who can match you for a turn of phrase. My Alexander, don't forget to ride.
John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29.
Hamilton wrote the
The
other
51!
Everything you fight, but you're running out of time. Running out of time. Running out of time. How do you ride? That's tomorrow on a rise. How do you ride? Like you need us to survive. How do you ride? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
Treasury.
Let's
Let's go.
I have to leave.
Alexander,
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. They are asking me to leave.
look around. Isn't this enough? People never be satisfied. People never be satisfied.
history has its eyes on you.
I am not throwing away my shot.
End of Act 1. So thoughts during the intermission. Incredible, amazing. I feel like Lady Gaga in that one clip.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique.
It's so good so far. A couple things to note. While I said I am a big supporter of pro shots, there are some noticeable drawbacks to it. I think the biggest being you're not getting the overall theater experience. Like, you're not feeding off of the rest of the audience and the cast and everybody cheering after each song, and you don't get quite that energy. As great as this is, you're not getting that thrill and that just high that you get from experiencing live theater. And also because of the way that they shoot pro shots, there's the advantage with pro shots that you get up close shots of the scenes that you would only get really if you're in like the first couple rows of the actual theater, but you're also not getting the full experience of where you can, when you're watching a play or a musical, you can look at any of the members and like seeing what they're doing, and everyone's doing something. Especially in this show, the whole stage is interacting with one another. With this, when you get so many close-ups and like medium shots, you're not getting the full stage, and so you're not truly experiencing it in the way that it was meant to. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think it detracts just a little bit from that overall theater experience. Again, the purpose of pro shots are to bring the theater to a wider audience. It is not a substitute for the show. And I think that's a really important differentiation. 1789. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system.
You simply must be counted.
So good.
This is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins.
So what did I miss? I guess I basically missed the late 80s.
There's nothing less than government control. Where have you been? France?
Head burst into
Political abyss. Into the abyss.
These are wise words, enterprising men quote them.
Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. Now.
Imagine what gon' happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson.
I wonder how many times they've accidentally dropped the mic drop.
Would you like to join us?
Stay mellow, doing whatever the hell it is you do on Monticello.
Keep ranting.
We know who's really doing the planting. You don't have the votes.
You're gonna need congressional approval and you don't have.
My tongue is red. Oops. Oh god, this song. Tragedy without my habit of name the blade.
Your son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away.
Daddy, look. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it.
And I just turned 9.
You can write rhymes,
But I can't write mine. Take a break. God bless 9-year-old little Hamilton.
The Schuyler sisters.
Alexander.
Hi.
John Adams
Doesn't have a real job anyway.
I
miss your face. Screw your courage to the staking plate. Okay, this scene is everything. With the 3 of them.
to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress.
Here we go.
Someone under stress needs someone
Looking pretty. Jasmine C. Fitzjones looks so good as Mariah Reynolds in that red dress.
troubling. And Alexander's by himself.
I'll let him tell it.
I hadn't slept in a week. I was weak. I was awake. You've never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life.
Wish I could say that was the last time. I said that last time it became a pastime.
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me. Found on blood, you see, that was my wife who decided to.
Wrong sucker, a cuckold. Time to pay the piper for the pants you want buckled. And hey, you can keep seeing my whole wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. So?
Nobody needs to know. I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you, really. Talk less. Smile more.
But decisions are happening over dinner. Another song that Lesliano Jr. sang live that shook me to my core.
And here's the pièce de resistance.
No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. You get hate for it. You get nothing if you wait for it, wait for it, wait.
You stand for nothing, girl. What do you fall for? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens.
Hold your nose and close your eyes. Put the dream in the dark for the most part.
That one is almost just as good watching this as it is live. That scene is so iconic.
I swear your pride will be the death of us
all.
Beware.
Go with before the fall. Who provided those funds? France.
I remind you that
He is not Secretary of State.
You must be out of
Your goddamn mind if you think,
But should we honor our treaty, King Louis's head?
oh, do whatever you want, I'm super dead. This song is so savage.
It must be nice. It must be nice. To have Washington on.
Jefferson's like, Burr, where the hell did you come from?
It must be nice.
Who?
To have
Can I help you?
Washington on your side. Look back at the
Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. He's like, don't forget about me.
It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
So he's doubled the size of the
Jefferson is still like, this is the weirdest band of dudes joining together. This is Chris Jackson's time to shine. I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry,
What?
They will say you're weak, no, they will see we're strong. So you need to stop and get to moving along. Why do you have to say goodbye? If I say goodbye, be sure to move on. Convince me when I'm wrong.
Everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make him afraid. In which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst
Getting emotional again.
One last time. Washington's going home. Teach him how to say goodbye. Washington's going home.
Crying again. Ugh. 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 That scene and song wrecks me every time. Jonathan Groff is so good.
There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago.
What was it? 85? Jesus Christ, this will be fun.
Da, 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 da. John Adams.
Good luck. I forget he just sits in the corner like that.
Short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard. Ardently abused.
I forgot about this.
Destroy his reputation. Welcome, folks,
To the Adams administration.
Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president.
down, John, you fat mother! Is that a yes?
Yes. Let me tell you, Lin Manuel Miranda performing this song Hurricane in San Juan, Puerto Rico, when the whole purpose of them performing in Puerto Rico is to raise money for the arts funds after the Hurricane Maria. It was so emotional. Like, I still think about it.
I picked up the pen, I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet. The
Reynolds pamphlet.
Alexander Hamilton
Had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there.
My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife.
For a considerable time with his knowing consent. Damn! At his own house, at his own house.
Mrs. Hamilton with our children.
Philip is like heartbroken. George Washington is so upset.
Let's sing the words out. Let's sing the words out.
I'm not here for you. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time.
But when we satisfied, I'm standing satisfied. We're gonna be satisfied. I'm gonna be satisfied. I'm never gonna be president now.
Let's sing the words about. Let's sing the words out.
Stop! King George is iconic. You ever see somebody ruin their own life? It's for what? Okay, let's all just prepare to cry.
I'm reading letters you wrote to me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line for some kind of sign. And when you were mine, the world seemed to burn. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. And clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. That future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you.
I remember being shook that she would literally light the pieces of paper on fire and throw them in a bucket and then basically start a mini fire. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
Fill up your mother, can't take another heartbreak.
Who caused that first heartbreak? You did, sir.
I did it exactly as you said, Pops. I held my head up high.
Yeah, I'm getting emotional again.
The moments when you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown. I'd like to live with the unimaginable.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
I feel like It's Quiet Uptown is the song that everyone says always makes them cry. For whatever reason, it's never made me cry. The two songs that have always made me cry are Burn and Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story at the end. Those have been the two that always make me cry, especially the ending. But It's Quiet Uptown has never really made me cry.
I know I don't deserve you, Eliza.
Correct.
Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown.
Yeah, this song is kind of brutal watching it up close, though, I will admit.
The election of 1800.
Can we get back to politics, please? Please?
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
James Madison's still crying. At least they know I know where France is.
To get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice. It might be nice.
Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
His shock.
Dear Alexander, I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus. Hey.
Careful how you proceed, good man, intemperate indeed, good man.
We hug it. Don't. Guns. Draw.
You're on. A.
A. Burr. There are 10 things you need to know. Now I didn't know this at the time, but we would hear the same spot. Your son died, is that why?
They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton is wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take the aid. It's illegal. The world will never be the same.
This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, number 10.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me. Zup! I'm running out of time, I'm running in my time. Zup! Why? Zup! Eyes up!
He aims his pistol at the sky. Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died.
History obliterates in every picture it paints. It paints me and all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it.
BRB crying for the next 3 minutes.
You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Jefferson. I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried.
Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Tells your story. Who tells your story?
I'm gonna cry again.
I put myself back in the 90s. I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough lies. Tell you every soldier who fought by your side. She tells our story. I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writings. You really do right, but you're running out of time. And rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her much, she was right on time. I raised funds in D.C. for the Washington Motion. She tells
cry every time at that scene. I was a mess seeing it live. Like, as much as I say that I cry during that end scene, I really didn't think I was gonna cry that much. Whew, those were some full-on tears. So good every time. I need to emphasize the point that took me a while to realize about this show, is that while this show was called Hamilton and the main character in it is Hamilton, when you really strip it away and look at that very last song, the whole point of it is that really the true hero of this entire musical is Eliza. Eliza and the contributions that she had to this country have been so underappreciated. And that's why that final song is so significant, because it is saying without Eliza, Hamilton's legacy would not have existed. She continued his efforts. She raised money for tons of causes. I believe the orphanage that she founded is still in existence today. And she did that in honor of her husband. And the whole point of that final song and stripping away everybody at the very end but her is showing that as much credit as we give to Lin Manuel Miranda, at the end of the day, his legacy would not exist without Eliza. The who lives, who dies, who tells his story. The answer is Eliza Hamilton. Honestly, the chances of me watching this again this weekend are pretty high. Mostly because I have like an agenda of all these people I need to watch this with. Obviously, all casts to this show are great, and no show can have the original cast forever, but there's just something about that OG cast of such incredibly talented people. From Lynn to Leslie, Renee, Philippa, Jasmine, Anthony, Christopher, Oak, David, Jonathan, like, it's so good. I'm so in awe of them and the performances that they are able to create. You can't look at Hamilton and just see Lin Manuel Miranda and the cast. There are so many people that it took to create this. Choreographer Andy Blankenbuehler, Thomas Kail, who directed it, and Alex Lacamoire, if that's how you pronounce his name, who was the music director. Like, you also can't forget about the hardworking ensemble cast and the orchestra and all the people behind the scenes who help put on these shows every night. Like, it takes so many people. It leaves me so in awe. The entire country now has access to this piece of content past just the soundtrack and a few clips here and there is incredible. This show in general has already brought a huge new audience, especially the younger generation, to musical theater, but I truly think bringing Hamilton to Disney Plus is going to bring another audience to it. People that I know that I have not experienced the show are going to be experiencing it for the first time and in realizing the true power that theater can have. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure to subscribe. I do other Broadway related or movie and TV related content. Hit the post notification button below for future uploads. If you're obsessed with Hamilton like I am, make sure to like this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Hamilton or this specific version. How are you feeling about it? What are your thoughts on the pro shot? I really want to know. I gotta go. I'm shocked that my downstairs neighbors haven't come up and yelled at me this morning because I was starting at 7 a.m. If you would like to watch any of my other Hamilton related content, you can watch it in the playlist up above. And I will see you all next time. Happy exploring.